Hi you guys, welcome or welcome back. Today we have another monthly TBR video and I've brought back my trusty TBR prompt jar. If you somehow haven't seen this trend yet, I'm going to be picking 6 different prompts out of my TBR jar and then those are going to be what I'm going to read in the month of June. It feels so weird to say that I'm already picking my June TBR. I swear I was filming my May TBR video literally yesterday. I did end up doing a little bit of a refresh of the prompts that are in here, so I'm very excited. We got some new prompts, some new questions. It looks like there's only 5 prompts in here, but this mason jar is literally huge. But I swear there's like 30 prompts in here. It just looks like there's nothing in there. Here's our trusty TBR cart that we're going to be picking out of today. I do want to preface by saying I am going to be buying lots of new books over the next couple months because I am starting to accumulate my summer TBR or books that I want to read in the summer, more beach reads, and a lot of these books I've had on here for a very long time. But with all of that said, let's get into choosing our reads for the month of June. I feel like I haven't been able to quite reach my goal of reading 6 books a month. But I'm always like very close. I'm always at 4 or 5 books. But I am going to still choose 6 books because I do want to push myself to try and read 6 books each month. And it's not about quantity, it's about quality, okay? So let's go ahead and choose our prompt for book number 1. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. Prompt number 1. Most recent addition to your physical TBR. So literally yesterday I bought 3 books. I ended up buying Beach Cute. This was written by the same author as The Kissing Booth, and I never read The Kissing Booth, but look how adorable this cover is. I also bought The Summer of Broken Rules. This is another one I definitely want to read this summer. When did it come out? It came out in 2021, so this book has been out for a while and I feel like I've always seen it on people's summer TBRs or reading it in the summer, and I finally need to get on the bandwagon. Last but not least, I bought the cheat sheet, which I'm so excited for. I actually bought the rule book first, and then for some reason I forgot that that's the second book, and just to make sure, I know they're interconnected standalones, but I didn't want to read it before this one, just in case any spoilers. These are the 3 books that I bought yesterday, and I feel like these are a little bit too summery for June. It's finally starting to turn into summer weather, but I feel like these are going to be more end of June, July. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pick The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams for our first pick of the month of June. It looks like this one is a Friends to Lovers. I'm very excited. I've been kind of in my cowboy romance era, and I think maybe it's time to transition over to my sports romance. I've heard so many good things about it. Short, sweet, very cute, very refreshing, so I'm very excited about this one. Alrighty, time for pick number 2. We have... Oh, she's a small one. Here we go. We have a romance, which gives me a lot of freedom here because I have plenty of romances on my TBR. Because of the warmer weather and the sun coming out and the seasons changing, I have been eating up romances recently. It's kind of all I want to read at the moment. I have a couple options in mind, but I think the one I'm immediately gonna go to is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I kind of feel like this choice was a no-brainer for me. I didn't really have to think about it. I just read Just for the Summer in the month of May, and when I tell you that book, it spoke to my soul. That book was so good. I would pay so much money to read that book for the first time again. That was the first Abby Jimenez book that I had read, which is, I know, very surprising. And obviously, now that I've read that, I have to go down the rabbit hole of all of her books. It'll be Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez for pick number 2. A book you think you'll rate 5 stars. This is a hard one. This is a really hard one. Oh no. Oh no, I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if any of these are actually gonna be a 5-star, but I'm gonna pick the one that I think is gonna be closest to a 5-star for me, and that is gonna be Heartless by Elsie Silver. This was actually on my May TBR, and spoiler alert, I didn't get to read it. If you don't know, this is the second book in the Chestnut Springs series, which is a cowboy romance series, and I am loving all of Elsie Silver's books. I believe this one is a nanny romance, which I have never read and never thought I would really be into. I've heard a lot of people love the second book, and I love the first book, and people are saying that the second book is even better. So if I loved the first book that much, this one will be the closest book to a 5-star. I would have picked Yours Truly, but I already picked it. So I'm gonna go with Heartless by Elsie Silver for pick number 3. Didn't get to this in last month's TBR, so I'm very excited to hopefully finally read it in this month's TBR. It's a short one again. I'm nervous. A book that's not on your physical TBR, which means, everybody, we get to buy a new book. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I need to look at the books that are on my TBR on my phone because the options are endless right now. This was a big decision for me because there's so many other books that I want to read, but I think I'm gonna go with The 7-Year Slip. I don't really remember what it's about. It sounds very interesting to me. I feel like I'm missing out if I don't read that sometime soon. Now time for pick number 5. Honestly, we've gotten some pretty good prompts, and I am very excited about the books that we have chosen so far. It says boyfriend picks, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count the books and I'm just gonna have him pick a number. There's 27 books, so we're gonna give him a call. Hi honey, I'm filming my video right now. One of my prompts was that you get to pick a book.
Really?
Yeah. So, okay. I'm gonna have you pick a number between 1 and 27.
Are you filming this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Ooh, I'm nervous. 13.
13? Okay.
13.
Right. You picked Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Ooh, it's a hockey romance.
Ooh, exciting.
So pick number 5, we have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. That's been on my physical TBR for the longest time. This was one of like the most talked about book talk books at some point or another, and for some reason I just never picked it up. I think I just got nervous because when you hear so many things about a book, you're nervous that you're not gonna like it because everyone's saying it's so good, so your expectations are super high. So I'm very excited for this. Pick number 5 is gonna be Icebreaker. So we are on our last pick, which is pick number 6. Let's make it a good one. A book with "the" in the title. I'm assuming "the" at the beginning, but if I don't have any with "the" at the beginning, I guess we'll go for one with "the" anywhere in the title. Our options are The Reappearance of Rachel Price, The Summer of Broken Rules, The Rule Book, The Bookshop of Second Chances, The Flat Share, and The Hunting Party. I didn't think we were gonna have that many, but we have a good stack here to choose from. We're gonna say no to The Reappearance of Rachel Price, The Summer of Broken Rules, The Flat Share. I think surprisingly, we're gonna go with The Hunting Party. I got this book for Christmas to maybe have as a palate cleanser just so that I don't get bored with the romance. And this one's very short. It's only about 300 pages, so I should be able to get through this very quickly. And it sounds very interesting. I've never actually read one of Lucy Foley's books, and I know she's a huge author in the mystery thriller world. I'm very excited to maybe finally find a new mystery thriller author that I really, really like. So this is gonna be our 6 books that we're gonna read this month. I actually have 5 here, and then plus The 7-Year Slip, which I'm gonna go buy later. So our official June TBR is gonna be The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, Heartless by Elsie Silver, Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. Very excited about the books that I picked this month. We got a lot of romance in there, but we did throw in a little mystery thriller. I guess The 7-Year Slip is also kind of like a magical realism romance, or a magical romance. I don't know. So it does spice things up a little bit, but we do have a lot of romance going on. But hey, I'm not complaining. I did say at the beginning of this video that I've only been really reading romances, so I kind of got what I asked for, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. Please comment down below other books you're wanting me to read or content you want to see from me, and I will see you in my next video.